Mastering participant recruitment strategies. Define your recruitment goals, or risk enrolling the wrong participants. When establishing a participant recruitment strategy, what specific goals and objectives should its developers define to ensure the effective identification, selection, and enrollment of qualified participants who meet the study's requirements and criteria? As I navigated the complexities of participant recruitment strategies, I found myself drawn to a particularly intriguing case study that highlighted the importance of operational excellence. The Research Alliance, a leading clinical research organization, had embarked on an ambitious project to develop a novel treatment for a rare genetic disorder. The stakes were high, and the team knew that the success of the study hinged on their ability to identify, select, and enroll the right participants. The project's lead researcher, Dr. Patel, approached me seeking guidance on how to craft an effective participant recruitment strategy. I sensed her frustration and concern as she described the challenges they faced. "We're struggling to find the right participants," she said. "We've advertised on social media, posted flyers in local clinics, and even reached out to patient advocacy groups, but we're still coming up short." I listened intently, thinking about the nuances of the situation. It wasn't just about casting a wide net and hoping to snag the right participants. It was about understanding the intricate web of relationships, motivations, and needs that drive human behavior. Together, we began to dissect the study's requirements and criteria. We pored over the inclusion and exclusion criteria, identifying the key demographic, clinical, and lifestyle factors that would determine a participant's eligibility. As we delved deeper, I realized that the key to success lay not in the tactics themselves, but in the underlying philosophy that guided them. We needed to shift our focus from simply recruiting participants to building relationships, fostering trust, and demonstrating a genuine commitment to the welfare of those involved. I recalled a conversation I had with a close friend who had recently participated in a clinical trial. She described the sense of vulnerability and uncertainty that came with participating in a study. "I felt like a guinea pig," she said. "I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing." This insight struck a chord. We weren't just recruiting participants, we were inviting individuals to entrust us with their health, their time, and their trust. We needed to approach recruitment with empathy, understanding, and a deep respect for the people we sought to involve. Dr. Patel and her team worked tirelessly to redefine their recruitment strategy. They began by developing a detailed participant persona, fleshing out the characteristics, needs, and concerns of their ideal participant. They crafted targeted messaging that spoke directly to this persona, highlighting the study's potential benefits, addressing common misconceptions, and emphasizing the value of participant feedback. But it wasn't just about the message, it was about the messengers. Dr. Patel's team consisted of dedicated, empathetic, and culturally sensitive individuals who could connect with potential participants on a human level. They invested time and effort in building relationships with local community leaders, healthcare providers, and patient advocacy groups, earning their trust and credibility. As the study progressed, the results were striking. The Research Alliance saw a significant increase in qualified participants, with a dramatic reduction in dropout rates. But more importantly, they had created a culture of openness, transparency, and mutual respect that extended far beyond the study's boundaries. As I looked back on this experience, I was reminded of the critical importance of operational excellence in participant recruitment. It's not just about checking boxes or meeting quotas, it's about crafting a strategy that honors the dignity, autonomy, and individuality of each participant. By doing so, we not only ensure the success of our studies, but also foster a deeper sense of connection, empathy, and compassion that resonates throughout our communities. Defining specific goals and objectives is a crucial step in developing an effective participant recruitment strategy. To ensure the successful identification, selection, and enrollment of qualified participants, the strategy's developers should define the following goals and objectives. Primary objective. The primary objective of the participant recruitment strategy should be to identify, Select and enroll a sufficient number of qualified participants who meet the study's requirements and criteria within a predetermined time frame. This objective should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART. Specific goals. 1. Participant accrual rate. Define the target accrual rate, which is the number of participants enrolled per unit of time, e.g., per week, per month. This goal should be based on the study's sample size requirements, the anticipated recruitment period, and the available resources. 2. Participant quality. Ensure that enrolled participants meet the study's eligibility criteria, including demographics, medical history, and other relevant factors. This goal should focus on enrolling participants who are most likely to respond to the intervention or produce reliable data. 3. Timely enrollment. Define the target enrollment timeline, including the start and end dates for recruitment and the anticipated duration of the enrollment period. This goal should ensure that the study stays on track and meets its projected milestones. 4. Participant retention. Develop strategies to minimize participant dropout and ensure a high retention rate throughout the study. This goal should focus on maintaining participant engagement, minimizing burden, and providing incentives or rewards for continued participation. 5. Diversity and representation. Ensure that the enrolled participants are representative of the target population, including diversity in demographics, comorbidities, and other relevant factors. This goal should focus on increasing the generalizability of the study's findings and minimizing biased results. Operational objectives. To support the achievement of the specific goals, the participant recruitment strategy should define operational objectives, including 1. Site selection. Identify and select a sufficient number of study sites, investigators, and research staff to support participant recruitment. This objective should ensure that the study has adequate resources and infrastructure to meet its recruitment goals. 2. Site initiation. Define the process and timeline for site initiation, including site visits, training, and equipment setup. This objective should ensure that study sites are prepared to initiate participant recruitment on schedule. 3. Regulatory compliance. Ensure compliance with relevant regulations, guidelines, and Institutional Review Board (IRB) requirements. This objective should minimize the risk of non-compliance and ensure the integrity of the study data. 4. Participant identification. Develop strategies to identify potential participants, including advertising, social media, referrals, and other tactics. This objective should focus on reaching the target population and increasing awareness of the study. 5. Screening and enrollment. Define the process and criteria for participant screening, eligibility assessment, and enrollment. This objective should ensure that participants are properly evaluated and meet the study's inclusion and exclusion criteria. Performance metrics. To measure the effectiveness of the participant recruitment strategy, developers should define key performance metrics, including 1. Accrual rate. Track the number of participants enrolled per unit of time. 2. Screen failure rate. Monitor the percentage of screened participants who do not meet the eligibility criteria. 3. Enrollment yield. Calculate the percentage of eligible participants who are successfully enrolled. 4. Participant retention rate. Track the percentage of enrolled participants who complete the study. 5. Time to enrollment. Monitor the time from participant identification to enrollment. By defining these specific goals, objectives, and performance metrics, the participant recruitment strategy can ensure the effective identification, selection, and enrollment of qualified participants who meet the study's requirements and criteria.